What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. In today's video, we're going to be going over a couple of the things happening. We got a new season right around the corner. It is going to be a spooky season, and they've announced the first character, which is Hunter Casey. So we're going to look at his potential kit. We're also going to talk about what other characters do we think are going to be a part of this upcoming season, and also one of the cool changes that we know are coming, that should be coming at the beginning of the season, and kind of talking about what that might mean for the future of the game. So with that, let's go get into it. Okay, so the new season of Season 8, which they've only told us is a spooky season, starts on October 14th, and they have announced Hunter Casey. So, of course, we're going to have some fresh comics, some game updates, and more throughout the season. Hunter Casey is a trickster tank, so much different than the Casey that we have now. His equipment there is a crossbow. He's got a cool icon with the green mask, very reminiscent of Jason. Very Halloween-y, right? And then we have some of his skills here that we can look at. The Slayer Strike is his active skill, also sometimes called his ultimate or his special. So he's going to do some sort of dash similar to what he does now, going in and doing some sort of big hit. I'm imagining, of course, as a tank trickster, he may not have the damage output that the other Casey has, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. His first auto skill is Prey Sighted. So I'm assuming this is going to be a self buff, and being a tank, it's probably going to make it to where he gets some resistance, maybe also some strength, something, because now that he's sighted his prey, he could also maybe target someone and reduce their stats, giving them some status effects, being that trickster role that he has there. His second auto skill is Heavy Bolt. As you can see, it is a ranged skill, being that he has both his hockey stick and his crossbow. He's going to be doing a mix of both ranged and up close combat damage. Heavy Bolt is definitely going to be a ranged skill, doing some sort of big damage and possibly even hurting some stats of the enemy that gets targeted with that. His first passive is called Monster Hunter, and it's really interesting here. We have a werewolf in his targets, in his sights. So being that he is the Monster Hunter, is he a hunter that becomes a monster? Is he going to be like a werewolf, Casey? Or we just don't know. But with that target, it looks like it's definitely he's going to increase maybe his alertness and his strength and his focus and his defense, or something. He's going to be able to increase some stats, being that it's passive 1 usually is attached to the basic attack. So when he attacks, XYZ happens. And then his other passive, Into the Jaws, this is going to be interesting as well, because it shows the werewolf teeth once again. So is this him transforming into a werewolf into the jaws? Are they his jaws? I don't know. It would be really, really cool to see some sort of transformation in the battle. Well, we just don't know what that is. Of course, with Into the Jaws, some sort of increase in strength and defense and armor and things like that is what I expect from these skills. What do you think these skills are going to do? Leave a comment down below with your ideas. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. Now let's go talk about what we know is coming in this season. So the first thing I want to go over, so Captain Nicholas asked, is Casey going to be the Battle Pass character for Season 8 or a hero event? We'll totally buy the Battle Pass if he is. And we got a green check mark from Marshall. And then he follows up, it's like, does the green check mark mean yes, he is a Battle Pass? Or does it mean yes, he's a hero event, right? We don't know, so we got some laughing emojis there. Generally, the first character that is announced before the season is the character that is the Battle Pass hero. So I think it's safe to assume Captain Nicholas and all you out there wondering, that Hunter Casey is going to be the Battle Pass character for Season 8. Now, some other interesting things that will be happening for Season 8. There will be no direct hero changes for Season 8. Thank you, Marshall, for letting us know this. This is because they'll be releasing part of the equipment changes this season. Part, not all, but part, including new equipment skills for each hero. Equipment skills, what does that mean? So even though we have this new card with info on Hunter Casey, we don't have any hint as to what these equipment skills might mean, but these skills act sort of like a buff for every hero. So every hero is going to now have some sort of equipment skill added to their kit. We have no idea how these are going to trigger. They're probably going to be like an auto skill or a passive skill, and it may be different depending on the hero and what those equipments do. Now, the sad part about this equipment changes, because it's only part of the equipment changes that are coming, is while planned, unfortunately, a use for mod parts was cut from this part of the equipment update. So that's why it's only part. They still will not have use for those mod parts, so let your workshop be, let it sit there. We don't need them yet. We don't know how important they're going to become. I have a feeling that they want to make sure, because the in-game economy is going to be very, I don't know how to express it properly, but a lot of us who've been playing since Season 1 have tons of mod parts just sitting there doing nothing, right? And so maybe it's going to be really hard to do anything with the mod parts at first for people who haven't been sitting there for a while, or people who have a stockpile of these things are going to be able to do just about everything right out of the gate. And I know they kind of want to find a balance between that. So we'll see exactly what happens, but that won't be happening right away. So those are those things. Now, finally, I want to talk about what are some of the potential heroes or characters that will be coming. Now, since this is a Halloween themed spooky season, one of my first thoughts would be Zombie Shredder from the 2012 series. Since it's happening during Halloween for the beginning of the season, even though it will go through all of November and into December, maybe they'll have other holiday stuff like Thanksgiving or something else tied into this. Being that they say it's a spooky season and we have this very Halloween themed Casey, it would be really cool if we got Zombie Shredder. So it would be really cool if in this season we both get a second Casey and a second Shredder. That would be really, really cool to see. Of course, don't know if this is coming, but this was the first idea I had based on the hint we have of what's coming in this season. Now, from also the 2012 series, there's a lot of Halloween-y type stuff. So we could get Dracula. We do have a Dracula in that series. So we could get a vampire. It's very spooky, right? The other thing is there's also Volko, who is a werewolf. And being that Casey's kit has like this targeting on the werewolf, Volko may be more likely to show up than Dracula. The other monster, Halloween type monster, would be Frank, which is the Frankenstein's monster, which was also part of that series. So any of those could be very possible for this season. Now, last season we only got 2 heroes, so it's possible we may only get 2 this season. They withdrew releasing Medusa, even though I know they had made progress on creating her, so they will probably release her at some point in the future, but because she's not part of the theme for this season, hopefully we still will get 3 new heroes this season. They haven't announced yet how many heroes they're going to give us, because they did fall short last season. The season we're still in, it's just about to end. Now, within my research, the only other thing, because Thanksgiving and it's also tied to Halloween from a comic book, we could get from the Living Gingerbread Band, excuse my destroying words, we could get Gut Wallow, which is basically this anthropomorphic gingerbread man, but this we may not have access. They may not have access to the rights to this character, being that was only part of the comics. But the gingerbread man would definitely fit with Thanksgiving or even into December, leading up to Christmas with the theme. But since it's spooky, he's also part of that Halloween Mirage comic episode. Those are the things that I think might be coming. I really don't know. I think out of all of these, Zombie Shredder would be the best thing to have. Probably be the hero event at the end of the season. But I really don't know. What do you guys think? Who is coming next season besides Hunter Casey? What do you think we're going to get? Leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like always, for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. We just want to game smarter here, and we'll see you in the next video.